Pip and the Garden's Best Friend. In the middle of a bright, sun-drenched garden, Pip sat near a bush of bluebells. Suddenly, a low hum filled the air. Pip's heart began to thump, thump, thump. He quickly pulled a large, waxy green leaf over his head, hiding his face. To Pip, every buzz sounded like a tiny alarm. Not far away, a very busy worker was starting her day. Her name was Fuzz. She was a round, golden bee with a coat as soft as a sweater. Fuzz wasn't looking for anyone to scare. She was looking for the sweetest breakfast in the garden. She hovered over a bright red tulip, her wings moving so fast they were just a gentle blur of clear clay. Pip peeked out from under his leaf. He saw Fuzz land gently on the tulip. She didn't look mean or grumpy at all. In fact, she looked quite cheerful. Fuzz turned her head and gave a tiny, polite nod toward Pip. She seemed to be saying, "Don't worry, I have a very important job to do." Fuzz dived deep into a white daisy, wiggling her bottom as she searched for nectar. When she crawled back out, she looked very silly. Her fuzzy legs and belly were covered in bright yellow dust. "That's pollen," Pip whispered. He remembered his teacher saying that pollen is like magic dust for the earth. Pip crawled a little closer, leaving his leaf behind. Fuzz flew over and hovered just a few inches from Pip's hand. She showed him the little pockets on her back legs, which were now overflowing with the yellow pollen. Pip realized that Fuzz wasn't trying to chase him. She was just a tiny gardener carrying her tools. Fuzz zoomed away to a blossoming apple tree. As she landed on a white blossom, some of the yellow dust fell off her legs and onto the flower. This was the secret of the garden. By carrying pollen from one flower to another, Fuzz was helping the tree grow big, crunchy apples for Pip to eat later. Pip looked around the garden with new eyes. He saw the strawberries turning red and the heavy tomatoes hanging from their vines. He realized that without Fuzz and her sisters, these treats might never grow. The garden wasn't a place of scary buzzes. It was a giant kitchen where bees were the hard-working chefs. Fuzz landed on a flat stone and began to do a funny little dance. She wiggled in a circle and shook her wings. This was the waggle dance. She was telling all her bee friends exactly where the best flowers were. Pip giggled. It was hard to be afraid of someone who spent her afternoon dancing. Pip wanted to be a good neighbor too. He found a small blue bottle cap and filled it with a few drops of cool water. He placed it on the stone near Fuzz. After a long day of flying, Fuzz was thirsty. She walked to the edge of the water and took a long, refreshing sip, her tiny antennae twitching with thanks. The sun began to set, painting the clay sky in shades of orange and purple. Fuzz took flight, heading back to her hive to share her treasures. Pip stood in the grass and waved a brave goodbye. He wasn't afraid of the buzz anymore. He knew that Fuzz was his friend, and together they were taking care of the beautiful earth.